sprint training is the sprint sessions, the sprint program is only one not really big sub-program of whole year training. Because mainly I was doing maybe 2 sprint sessions a week, not even maximum 3 sessions, just before competition, 3 sessions, sprint sessions a week. And the rest of the training is endurance, doing 16 sessions a week. I was doing 3 sessions a day, in the morning, 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 4 o'clock, for many years. So from all these sessions, only 2 or 3 maximum are really sprint sessions. The rest of the sessions is different. We are doing different things. I was doing different things. And probably the worst my year, I just share one negative experience, was 2015 when we had to qualify for Rio. And I thought, like, I think many beginner coaches are thinking, I thought, now I will do more sprint, more speed, and we will go faster, and we will be really good in Rio. And I started doing sprint sessions from October, including before I was doing practices, strength development on the water, and different things. But I said, okay, 2 sessions a week I will start doing from October, and see what happened. We should go faster. And the result was, when we came to February, the boys were going at the same speed, like not doing speed at all. So exactly the same. All 75 or 50 meters, they had the same speed. And coming to the World Championship in Milan, McKeever, Olympic champion, did not qualify the board at all, and K2 just qualified at the board, after doing much more speed than I ever did in my life. So next year in Rio, I came back to strategy, to strength development, to power development, and just leaving sprint and pure sprint, maximum speed session on the background, like sessions to bring together all rest of abilities of an athlete. But sprint is still really important ability, even as sort of summary ability, but it's still really important ability because it works for endurance sport as well. And higher maximum speed of the athletes, more efficient he becomes or she becomes for race pace doing 500 or even 1,000 meters. Just resources at low speed becomes bigger and more achievable and more valuable, I would say. In fact, the same like with the cars. I'm talking to athletes sometimes, to beginners, and say, it's like a car. Small Catoira or big Mercedes have the same efficiency. Exactly the same efficiency going, but Citroen goes twice faster. Why? Because the power. But efficiency gives still this capacity to go faster and apply the power which has a car. Biomechanically, the body of an athlete is the same thing like a car. So going through when we build in half the stroke rate, the speed comes up, and afterwards, at some point, doesn't go any, athletes cannot go any faster, just increasing the stroke rate, but doesn't go any faster, and the efficiency goes up, and afterwards, after the same point, goes down. So the athletes 500 meters going too fast, athletes will go just slower, because this will affect negatively to his endurance. So the speed is, at my understanding, is just summary of the work which is done for power development, how powerful athletes is, and technique and control. So technique is power, technique is efficiency of application of power, and control is really important as well, because athletes, when coming to 200 meters, athletes racing at 180, at the peak of the race they come in 180 stroke rate. It has to be controlled, because the stroke becomes 0.02 of seconds. So it's very, very quick, and not every athlete is even able to feel this movement at this speed. And to able to feel, still have to practice. Like sitting here, Johnny Scofield, he was doing maximum stroke rate 208 stroke per minute. That's just more than 3 strokes per second. And this is the ability which purely we can develop only doing sprint sessions. And 2 sessions a week is more than enough for not more than enough, but is enough for develop this ability. And the rest of the work, we have to develop technique, we have to develop power, and this takes ages and is never enough. So, I will talk about all of this stuff, power development, technique, and all what we planning, year planning, what we have to organize and somehow to put together to do these 2 sessions a week only, efficiently, and really come up with the speed. What happened with the speed at the world level? I'm involved in this process with 200 meters since the beginning. We start racing 200 meters in Mexico in 1994 for first time. Before we had 1993 for last time we had 10,000 meters, a really beautiful race, and afterwards, for some reasons, we were replaced by 200 meters for first time in Mexico. And I'm quite proud to say that Miguel Garcia, Spanish coach, was my athlete at that time, and he took medal. Yeah. So what I want to say, that times the gold medal was Kolesnik, Russian, won with gold medal at 36 seconds, 0.73. Miguel being had 37 seconds, but I think these times are quite low, because I remember Miguel doing 36 seconds. I would say the time was 36, 35 seconds, proper time for these times. Afterwards, next important meeting point was London, because 200 meters became Olympic distance, and won McKeever. He won with 36 seconds again, but he was doing 34.8 at World Championships in 2010. So Olympic Games brought the performance over 200 meters 2 seconds faster than in 1994. In 6 years later, but important thing is not years, important motivation. And actual world champion, Liam Heath, again, in Rio he did 36, but is to the weather, because it was side wind there. And at the World Championship last year, he did 33.7. So the speed progresses, and 200 meters speed is still in progression. Every year, starting the year, I was saying, guys, you did really well, but next year we have to do 1 second faster, because it was new sport, everyone learning, everyone trying, experimenting, and going faster and faster. So from this point it was right, because only 1 second, but 1 second is a lot for 200 meters. But if you look at database, ICF database, the 200 meters were staying at about the same time. Since 1992, 1994, we had no start date. So I'm really not sure about this 33.9 seconds. I'm not sure in these times. 34, because with no start gate, difficult to believe was a real time. But the rest of the time, 35, 34 seconds was staying at the beginning of 2000 years. So, if you look at 500 meters, which we have to prepare now, okay, for 500, but still 500 meters. So we can see interesting thing. I'm involved in sport, like Carlos said, from 1980, after Olympic Games in Moscow. And famous Russian athlete Parfenovich, he took 3 gold medals. And home Olympic Games, you can imagine, is a hero in Russia, was a hero in Russia. He won with 1:42. Afterwards, Atlanta, when I started doing as personally coaching the athletes, Rossi, Miguel Garcia was racing K1 500, K6 there, but Rossi won with 1:37, 5 seconds faster. Beijing 2008, Van Coverden won 1:35.5. very good time, good conditions. I'm putting only trustable conditions because in these competitions, weather was good, no wind, and water conditions were really good to trust to the times. And last year, or this year, first place and over 500 meters was won with 1:35, which is the same time like Van Poverden has done 10 years ago. So we can see 200 meters progresses and 500 meters not, because times are obviously, if you're looking at database, you can see different times, because with side wind or tailwind or headwind, but this races with good conditions, and this is reality. Obviously, different people race in 500 and 2000 meters, in 500 and 200 meters, but still world canoeing develops as one thing, because coach is learning, they try, younger athletes trying to do different distances, race different distances, and what we see now, 500 has to catch up in Tokyo, I think. It should race faster. How much faster? Because 40 years for how many seconds will be?